Hello students, now today we will study about the chapter 3 handicrafts from Eastern India. As you know that India is rich in culture and crafts and this well depicted in its handicrafts. And handicrafts is used as a decorative pieces, jewelry or clothes. And these handicrafts are famous all over the world. So now here are some well-known handicrafts from the eastern and northeastern states of India. So just see it. So number first is from Odisha. So from Odisha, which is famous, this is known as Ikat. So Ikat from Odisha is a very famous handicrafts. Now the next one is from West Bengal. So this kind of handwork is known as Solapit. So Solapit from the West Bengal is a very famous handicrafts. From Assam, this kind of work on a sari is known as Rai silk weave sari. So this is famous from Assam. From Meghalaya, Andy silk material. Andy silk material from Meghalaya is a very famous. From Odisha, applique. This kind of work is known as applique. So applique from Odisha is a very famous handicrafts. And if we will talk about the West Bengal, so this kind of work is known as cane work. So cane work from West Bengal is a very famous handicrafts. Now see the next one. The next one is from Nagaland. If we will talk about the Nagaland, so from Nagaland, this kind of shawl, we can see the three-piece tribal shawl. So three-piece tribal shawl from Nagaland is very famous. From Assam, this hat is known as Japi or can hat. So can hat or Japi hat is famous from Assam. From Arunachal Pradesh, cane and bamboo craft is famous from Arunachal Pradesh. Now the next one is another is from Arunachal Pradesh. It is Kamti tribal wooden Buddha. So this Kamti tribal wooden Buddha is also famous from Arunachal Pradesh. And from Assam, instead of Japi and Kanhat, the Zorai, it is also famous from Assam. And we can say that Zorai is also a traditional symbol of Assam. Another is from Manipur, long pie pottery, or we can say that black stone. So these are famous from Manipur. From Sikkim, Thangpa painting. So Thangpa painting from Sikkim is very famous. From Manipur, ceremonial and theatre masks. These kinds of masks are known as ceremonial and theatre masks, and these are famous from Manipur. From Tripura, bamboo can room divider. This is famous from Tripura. So we can say that these all are the 15 we have studied. So 15 types of handicrafts we have studied. So these handicrafts from northeastern and eastern states of India are very famous. And I can make from the question from it like which kind of handicraft is famous from Assam, which kind of handicraft is famous from Arunachal Pradesh, Zorai is famous in which state of India. So this kind of question I can ask from you. So this you have to do in your notebook. Now the next chapter also we will study today. The next one is chapter number 4, land of Ganga and Yamuna. So see the next one is we will study in this chapter about the UP, that is Uttar Pradesh. So we know that this state is located in the northern part of India. So we will study the different cities of Uttar Pradesh. So look at the first city you can see here. This is the first one. What is written here about it? See, it is located on the bank of river Ganga. It is also regarded as the holy city of Buddhists and Jains and is the holiest place for the Hindus. It is widely considered the second oldest city in the world after Jerusalem. So we can say that what is the name of this city? Varanasi. And what we can say that which city is the second oldest city in the world after Jerusalem? That is Varanasi. Okay. And which is the holiest place for the Hindus? This is Varanasi. So this is about the Varanasi. Now look at the second picture. You can see that It is popularly known as the city of Nawabs. Okay, the first is the city of Nawabs, and it is also known as the Golden City of the East, and another Shiraz-e-Hind, and the Constantinople of India. It has always been a multicultural city. Asia's first human DNA bank is situated here. So, what is the name of the city? Its name is Lucknow. So, what we have studied about Lucknow? Lucknow, it is a city of Nawabs. Second, it is the golden city of East. And third, it is a constitutional of India. We can say that its name it is Shiraz-e-Hind. So it has, and we can say that another one is the first Asia's first human DNA bank is situated in also Lucknow. Okay, so this is about the Lucknow. Now look at the number third. Number third, literally it means city of God in Persians. So this city's name is city. It means city of God. It is one of the latest growing cities in India at present. It is of the four sides of the Kumbh Mela. It is situated at the confluence of three rivers known as Triveni Sangam. So we can say that this city here is the four sides of Kumbh Melas are there. Kumbh Mela यहाँ लगता है, and it is also the confluence of three rivers like Triveni. It is Triveni Sangam is also present in this city, and it also means the city of God in Persian. So, what is the name of this city? Its name is Allahabad. So, this is also the growing cities in India at present. Fastest growing city. So, the which city means city of God in Persian? Allahabad. In which city there are four sites of Kumbh Mela? Allahabad. And Triveni Sangam is also there. That is Allahabad. So, that we have studied about the Allahabad. Now, number fourth is, by the picture we can identify this is the Taj Mahal located in Agra. So it is located on the bank of river Yamuna. It is one of the most populous cities in Uttar Pradesh. The city finds, we can say that mentioned in the epic of Mahabharat. One of the most famous historical monument of the world is situated here. So what is the name of the city? Is Agra. Now look at the next one. Number 5. This historical place was constructed by Mughal Emperor Akbar. It served as the empire's capital from 1571 until 1585. Though it took 15 years to build, it was abandoned after only 14 years because the water supply was unable to sustain the growing population. The surviving place and mosque are a tourist attraction and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So this is the name. What is the name of the city? This is Fatehpur Sikri. So what we can say that this is constructed by the Mughal Emperor Akbar, and it served as a empire capital from 1571 to 1585. After 15 years, it took 15 years to build, and then after it was abandoned, means it was stopped to make the empire's capital because of this water supply was unable to sustain the growing population. And here the mosque is also of we can say that a very tourist attraction place, mosque present in this one. So, and it is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So what is the name of the city? Fatehpur Sikri. Now look at the number 6. It is known as the leather city of the world and economic capital of UP, Uttar Pradesh. It is also one of the oldest industrial township of North India. What is the name of it? Kanpur. So Kanpur is also known as the leather city of the world and economic capital of Uttar Pradesh. Now the last one is, what is the last one here? It is a town of the state of Uttar Pradesh. It is an important Buddhist pilgrimage center where Gautam Buddha attained Nirvana. So we have to find out the name where Gautam Buddha attained Nirvana. So its name is Kushinagar. So Kushinagar is another city. So these all are, we can say, these all are the city of Uttar Pradesh, UP. So about this we have studied. Now look at the next one. Here is the facts. We can say that this also you have to remember that K.C. Saklani of Mathura, UP, has written a Hindi book of poetry of 128 poems titled Ekashri, in which Each first line of a poem starts with the first alphabet of Hindi. Similarly, each second line of each poem starts with second alphabet of Hindi. So the Hindi alphabet are used in the same order as they are in the Hindi Varnamala. So we can say that K.C. Saklani of Mathura, he has written in Hindi book of poetry of 128 poems. So what is the name of that poetry book? Ekashri, in which he has written 128 poems. And what is the important thing in this poem, in this book, Ekashri? Each first line of poem start with first alphabet of Hindi, and second line start from the second alphabet of Hindi. So we can say that this is in this poem book, Varnamala is used. Okay, like in the Varnamala order, like the lines, the poems are also used in this book. So who has written? K.C. Saklani. And what is the name of the book? Ekashi. How many poems he has written? 128. So this also you have to remember. Another thing you have to remember that Kannauj was the capital of 7th century AD ruler. Harshvardhana, it is located near Kanpur, which is a modern Indian city. Before 1950, Uttar Pradesh was known as the United Provinces. So these all things you have to learn. So this we have completed this fourth chapter, Land of Ganga and Yamuna, and as it is you have to do in your notebook, like first characteristics, these all you have to write down, and the name of the city also. I can make the question also, which city is known as the second oldest city in the world after Jerusalem. You have to give me the answer Varanasi. Like that I can ask the question from this chapter also. Now another chapter we have to study, the fifth chapter, it is Indian Museum. Okay, so in this we have to find out by picture, by the characteristics, so what are the different museums are present in the India. So look at the first one. The museum was opened in 1982. It is located in Bhopal. It has a tribal art gallery which houses a large collection of terracotta figures, wall paintings, wood carvings, and metal sculptures created by craftsmen in Bastar. So we can say that this all things is located, and this museum opened in 1982, and it is located in Bhopal, and it has a what is present in this museum? Art gallery, tribal art gallery, large collection of terracottas figure, wall painting is also there in this museum, wood carving is also, metal sculptures created in Bastar. So these all things are present in this museum. What is the name of this museum? Bharat Bhavan Museum. So this Bharat Bhavan Museum is located in Bhopal and was opened in 1982. And you know that which things are present there. So this we have seen. Now the second one is, you can see, this museum was officially renamed as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya. It is the main museum of Mumbai. It is a famous for its great sculptures and miniature paintings. Okay, so its name is of by the name of Chhatrapati Shivaji, and what is the name of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya, officially renamed. Okay, and it is why we can say that what is present inside the museum and why it is famous. So this is famous for great sculptures, miniatures, and paintings, miniature paintings. Okay, and it is located in Mumbai. So what is the name of it? The Prince of Wales Museums. So the Prince of Wales Museum, it is located in Mumbai. Before that, its name is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya, renamed. Okay. Now look at the number third one. This famous museum is located in Hyderabad. It has more than 40,000 objects that once belonged to the Nizam of Hyderabad between 1899 and 1949. So number third, this museum is located in Hyderabad and it has more than 40,000 objects. These belongs to the Nizam of Hyderabad between 1899 to 1940. What is the name of this museum? Its name is Salar Jung Museum. Okay. Salar Jung Museum. Now the next one is also known as the National Museum of India. It is one of the largest museum in India. Okay, this is the National Museum of India and the largest museum of India. Established when it was established in 1949. And why it is famous? Because it holds a variety of articles ranging from prehistoric era to modern works of art. It functions under the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. So what is the name of it? The National Museum. So it is the National Museum and the largest museum in India. So now next one is, this museum is also known as the National Museum of Mankind. Okay, it is located on the Shamla Hills in Bhopal. This museum was established in 1947. It is spread over 40 hectares and has authentic replicas of Indian tribal dwellings built by the tribal people themselves. So, what is the name of this? Rashtriya Manav Sangrahalaya Museum. Okay, this is also, we can say that this is known as the National Museum of Mankind. So, what is the name of it? Rashtriya Manav Sangrahalaya Museum. Look at the next one. This museum was formerly known as the Low Building. It houses our we can say that it houses an outstanding collection of artifacts from the French colonial period and an earlier version of the rickshaws. So Poshu Poshu. Okay, so what is the name is the Puducherry Museum. So its name is the Puducherry Museum. It is also known as the Law Building. Okay, so these all are the museums you have studied, where these are located. These also you have studied. Now some of the facts are also here. Did you know? See, since 1941, when Van Gogh's best work, The Starry Night, has been hung in the Museum of Modern Art, New York. This you have to remember. Now this thing you have to find out, where is National Handicraft and Handloom Museum situated? This answer you have to find out. Where is Watson Museum situated in India? This also you have to find out. So these all chapters, like 3 chapters we have studied today. So these all 3 chapters you have to do in your notebook. One is related to the handicraft, another one is related to the cities of Uttar Pradesh, and now third is related from to the Indian Museum. So these all three things you have to do in your notebook. Okay, so have a good day and thank you. Please complete it in your notebook.